Hello everyone, my name is Nitin Patel and today I am going to speak about doing the presentation about the CPD portfolio. My student number is 120450079. This is the outlines of my presentation. First I'm going to introduce about me, and then after I'll give overview of professional experience. Then I'll show the CPD record sheet, and then after I'll show the articulation of experiences turn by turn, and finally summative mapping and reflections against ES competencies, and I'll complete my presentation by conclusion. Moving to the next slide, this is a resume. In that you can see my personal information as my name is Nitin Daljibai Patel, my contact number, address, email, LinkedIn profile, um, my objective as an electrical engineer, what it should be, my educational background, where I have done, I'm pursuing at the moment Master of Engineering Electrical major in Central Queensland University, Melbourne. I've done my bachelor's in Electronics and Communication and Engineering in Gujarat Technological University. Location was Bandu, state. As you can see, my professional experiences are there as well. Here in Australia, I have just experience in as an electrical intern electrical engineer, which I've done in my internship. And in India, I have a couple of experiences which you can see in this slide. Here is my professional skills, where I know some of the softwares, C programming. I have a basic knowledge of PLC and SCADA as well. As I'm doing a documentation, in that documentation, I got really Word and Excel as well. Non-technical skills, self-motivated, teamwork ability, good communicator, leadership, punctuality, and extracurricular activities as well. I would like to play outdoor games such as cricket, volleyball, football, swimming, archery. I love traveling, hiking, some adventure sports. I do exercise in a gym as well. So these kind of things. Moving to the next slide is overview of my professional development. There are two kind of experiences I have. One is practical, which I have gained in internship work experience, and another one is the technical knowledge, which I have learned some units in my master's program, CV82 course. Bachelor's, in my internship, I have done a full-time internship at Harris Private Limited, where I worked for 485 hours during the internship, from 13th of November 2018 to 8th of February 2019, where um, I have applied my all theoretical knowledge to a practical world, and I learned a lot of things where I followed the health and safety requirements, meet Australian standards into practice, making a shapes machine working efficient, which was my project to make shapes machine work efficiently. I investigated and troubleshoot the faults of that shapes machine as well as some of the electrical machines. I did time management. I was working with one of my colleague who was also an intern mechanical engineer. So I was doing really good teamwork. I was taking really good decisions as well, so that I can reach the goal. Professional communication, documentation using Microsoft Word and Excel, ethical work behavior, and communication with the other staff. So overall, I've learned a lot of things over there. This is the CPD record sheet, and that, as you can see, in my term 1 2017, I have learned a couple of units where Australian engineering practice, and another one was custom power and control design. In term 2 2017, I have learned another two units, which were introduction to railway engineering, and another one was electrical machines and drives applications. In term 2 2018, I learned embedded system design where I was working. I learned MPLAB software and hardware interpreting with microcontroller which was a PIC 18F 4321. In term 3 2018, I have done my full-time internship. In term 1 2019, I have done engineering research project planning. And in this term, which is term 2019, term 2 2019, I am doing implementation. Moving to the next slide, this is experience one, where Australian engineering practice was the unit. In figure one, you can see I got a distinction grade in that unit, and Mohammed Rasul was my unit coordinator in that unit. This unit includes a group project where we were doing a water scarcity management project, which you can see into the figure two. The figure two shows the desalination plant, which can be helpful in the water scarcity management. And by doing this unit, I understood an engineering project approach, how to do how to do planning, how to do documentation. I've done teamwork, communication skills, time management, and documentation as well. Moving to the next slide, which is evidence number two, which is capstone power and control design. In this unit, I got pass grade, and Dr. Ed Palmer was my unit coordinator. And in this unit includes a group project, which is reinforcement of Australian national grid by connecting South Australia directly to the Queensland. Figure number four. The figure number four is a screenshot of the PCC software where I just, as you can see, to show the Australian national grid. I learned in this unit, I learned PSS software, did simulation by creating a national grid in it, and data analysis, reports, and presentations, everything. I've learned IEEE paper formatting as well. Moving to the next slide, introduction to railway engineering. I've done this unit and got a pass grade in it. Maxim Springyagin was my coordinator. In this unit, includes an individual project of a modeling of railway wagon using Australian standards. As you can see, figure 6 shows the frame of the bogie um, um, dimensions, which I have done to perform a project into the Simpac software. And in this unit, I learned the Simpac as well, and I got really good result by performing um, the by performing this project. The, Another unit was electrical machines and drive applications. In this unit, I got credit grade, and Sanat Allahakun was my unit coordinator. As you can see in the figure number 7, figure number 8 shows the picture of laboratory synchronous machine, which we can use as a generator or motor, depends on the connections. This unit includes a different practical in a group where I performed experiments on electrical machines, startup, basic operations characteristics, pull-out torque and frequency, and voltage regulation characteristics like that. I understood by this unit different parameters of synchronous machines, understood thyristor speed controller, basic understanding of electrical machines, and I applied theoretical knowledge into practically in a laboratory, and as well as I performed some of the mathematical calculation in the assignments and quizzes as well. Evidence 5 shows the embedded system design, which in this unit I got a high distinction grade, and Professor Priti Chandra was my unit coordinator, as you can see in picture 9. Picture 10 shows a project prototype where I performed a home automation project alone, which was using microcontroller PIC 18F4321 and 2 sensors and 2 actuators in it. Evidence 6 shows the internship work experience where I got distinction, and Dr. Sarkar Nure Khuda was my unit coordinator, and I worked this unit in this unit. I applied all my theoretical knowledge and real world and some of the skills like technical and non-technical skills I applied, and I've learned some of the other things as well where I was working in my colleague who was a mechanical intern engineer as well. So I learned some of the mechanical equipments names and how to use those as well. And here, as you can see in the picture 12, I'm wearing apron, hairnet, which shows the I was taking care about health and safety my requirements. I have during this internship, I successfully achieved a goal and run the ship's machine efficiently during internship. Gained a teamwork ability and organization skills, all of those things. Moving to the next slide. Evidence 7 shows the engineering research project planning, where I got participated, and Dr. Abdul Majid was my unit coordinator, and Dr. Narottam Das was my supervisor, where I was performing individual project, which is analysis and forecast of furan impacts on power in power industries, where figure 14 shows shows the degradation mechanism of transformer insulation. While doing this unit, I understood the writing project proposal, literature review, thesis, as well as referring articles, journals, and conference papers. Um, uh, I I use the Excel and MATLAB software as well, and this is evidence number 8, where I'm doing engineering research project implementation at this moment. So I didn't get grade for it as I'm doing it at the moment. But Dr. Raj Sharma is my unit coordinator, and Dr. Narottam Das is the supervisor of this unit. And this unit, I'm implementing the project which I planned already in a previous unit, which was planning. And I'm using a MATLAB as well as Fuzzy Logic and Excel, all those softwares. This figure 16 shows the graph generated by MATLAB software, which shows that I used the MATLAB software. Into the next evidence, this shows in this evidence, as you can see in the figure 17. Figure 17 shows certificate from the internship provider, which shows that I have done the internship 480. This, as you can see, this is the summative mapping against ES competencies 1, where I just claimed where are the evidences. Competencies number 2, and this is the summative mapping against engineers. All those evidences I mentioned. Finally, the conclusion is I acquired and listed more than 480 hours of professional development, where I claimed 120 hours by studying in Central Queensland University and 485 hours by doing internship at Harry and Larry's Ice Cream, which is Harry's Private Limited. I have learned as well as developed a number of skills from these experiences, which are teamwork, leadership, and organizational skills, different software which I use to do projects, laboratory practicals, Australian standards, code of ethics, health and safety practice, and risk management. Everything I have learned, and in future I would like to practice all these skills in my professional jobs to be beneficial to the organization as well as mankind as much as I can. I would also keep learning new skills and knowledge, as well as I would keep developing these skills as experience increases to improve professional and organizational career. So this is the end of my presentation, and thanks a lot for listening to me.